I was listening to a podcast earlier today by Pete Scudero, and it was interesting because he mentioned two words in this podcast that just struck me: being and doing. Well, think about that for a moment. Which describes you more, being or doing? If you look at the life of Christ, he spent a lot of time being, much more time being than he did doing. What is being? Well, just being in the presence of God, just being with him. Prayer, listening. And for me, that's a big one, listening. And I've thought about where I land in that category. Where would I be? Would I be classified as one who is focused on being, or am I focused on doing? And sadly, I think, like many of us, I'm a doer. I don't know why I am, except I'm wired that way. Probably from my childhood, probably from my experiences growing up. Doing becomes, well, more important. I can remember being told, if you can't find something to do, I'll find something for you. I shared that same thing with my children, and probably they have shared it with theirs. And so the idea of doing is more important than, well, being. And yet God says, come alone with me. Come alone and be in his presence. Be where he is. Now, I practice that. I try to practice that. I'm not always good at it. I always find something else that comes to mind that I ought to be doing. In a few moments, I'm going to be working in brushes or flower beds and different things like that, and cleaning and trimming out bushes. Because, well, I'm doing. Now, sometimes in doing, I can be being at the same time. I'm listening to whatever God has to say in the process, and I've had experiences where that has been so, so beautiful. I wonder today, are you a person who is being, or are you one who's doing? Think about that for yourself today, would you? Hey, until next time, God bless.